Hi everybody, and thank you for watching. This is Clint-On-Aquatics. I'm Clint, and these are my aquariums. I've set out a journey to make cost-effective, beautiful aquariums to serve as ideal homes for our fishy friends. Join me as I create, maintain, and rebuild aquascapes for both myself and a few of my friends.
So in our last video, we got rid of the 15 gallon. So now we're going to see what the hell I ever did with that 15 gallon. As you can see, I've already put in some plastic egg crate and made some dividers, as well as dumped in some soil. I'm getting rid of these nano tanks because I just find it ineffective. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and install some lighting. I'm using an overhead LED full spectrum. I'm going to add some additional lighting on each side between the barriers, that way the plants get even lighting. Now I'm just going to add some basic unfertilized aquarium gravel. I really do kind of like this stuff. It's cheap, it's affordable, and it does serve its purpose, especially where I don't want high plant growth. Where I do want high plant growth, I did leave a little bit of soil underneath. Took a whole 10 pounds in order to make the scape that I desired. As you can see, I left the soil bare. Soil in the back, guppy farm. Now I'll place my rocks. These stones are going to serve a purpose of both adding to the aquascape and to background, as well as providing a barrier and a place for the fish to hide. After choosing the right rocks in the right place, I kind of slowly begin scheming up what to do with the rest of the scape. I do plan to add more plants, however, they will come in time. Now that all my rocks are in the places I want them, and I also have added in my tiny little automatic heater, I'm ready to begin. Once everything looks right, I'm ready to begin adding a capping layer. Upon the capping layer, I'll also add in a bunch of small plugs of dwarf hairgrass in order to create a nice little tight lawn right in the front view of the entire aquarium. And this is how I failed.
Hey Stone, show me how this tank's flawed again. No, after all that work and everything, you just want to show me? Come on. Come on now. Show us. Ah, there you go.
Seriously, there has to be something I can do besides tear down this entire tank and rebuild a whole new barrier. I was in despair. How could I ever fix this entire incident? The egg crate that I used was already deep inside the substrate and soil. I could not simply pull it out and replace. Then I had an idea. I would use crochet canvas, a tighter form of PVC, and glue it on to all the egg crate that I'd used. I started by cutting it into size. And then, once everything was cut to size, I could just simply place it, make sure it fit, shove it down into the gravel and soil just a little bit, peel it back, and then begin the process of gluing it bit by bit onto both sides. A little bit of glue, a nice strong line, maybe a little overdone, but still a nice strong line, making sure that almost and for all, the safety of my bettas would be completely in mind. And then once the glue was in place, I'd simply push it forward and peel it on. Little by little, line by line, I would add it on. It was a tedious process. Took a lot of strain upon my hands. But when I was finally done, I was met with the fact that there was super glue residue all over the front. But ultimately, I was not worried about the initial appearance of these barriers. As you see, my main concern is keeping my males separate, as they would simply destroy each other very quickly. Here we can see some of the glue residue that really poked out. It looks really bad at the moment, but over time, I assure you, it will go away. Here we can see the dwarf hairgrass, the water lettuce, as well as some other various plants that I've placed throughout the tank, just kind of poking through and beginning the growing process. Most of these, as you will notice, have started melting almost immediately. This is completely normal anytime you replant any plants. You can see my heater is on and working, as well as, and I apologize for not displaying this, but I also installed a small undergravel filter to go through all three sections and come up through the middle. Later, in order to update the filtration, I also added 2 small Aquon 3-gallon mini filters that were attached by small suction cups. I kept them in a way that the water level was low enough for them to simply waterfall back into the 2 outer sections. I planted some cryptocorn undulata, some anarachis in the middle, and the mystery plant on the far, I think, right? I don't know what right and left. I'm sorry, people. But I ultimately replaced the mystery plant with more cryptocorn undulata, as the mystery plant kind of melted away and dissolved. And now we can see a few weeks later, the water lettuce has clearly grown in gracefully. The water quality is definitely crystal clear. The cloudiness has gone away. The dwarf hairgrass seems to be doing much, much better. And the fish seem to be doing a-okay. And you can see that I've also now transferred one of my males to a breeding tank. Simple setup, sponge filter, done. And now we can see after a couple months, good update video. A lot of plants have grown in and looking very healthy. We got some good surface algae going on the rocks. Some people do not like algae. Personally, as long as it's small surface algae, I really do enjoy it. It helps with the natural cycle of the tank. Basically, it absorbs ammonia, absorbs all sorts of fish waste. It's actually a good thing in moderation. We can see the dwarf hairgrass is really thickening up on the sides. This is basically meaning that the barriers are kind of cutting off quite a bit of light, especially in the middle. Hindsight being 2020, I really wish that I had used those crochet canvases at the very start of it all. My bad, folks. Now, I do have to say, ultimately, with this tank, I had some mishaps. First one, being one of the initial fish to go into this tank, was one from my own line, a blue butterfly male, extra jumbo. My initial mistake, that rock back there, it was just angled just a little bit too far. Essentially, Fabio managed to swim behind it and got himself wedged. And he got wedged, he couldn't breathe,
I was gone at work. When I came home, he was gone. He was already gone. The other one, Skylar, the one that was seen in the breeding tank. Guys, I seriously overbred him. Essentially, the more you try to breed a male, and the older he gets, kind of adds this weird combination. It'll shut down their immune system, they'll run into problems, shorten their lifespan, all sorts of things. Breeding is extremely stressful on your betta fish. Breed wisely, breed carefully. But other than that, essentially the brother, they all have the same father. The very brother right here, come on up, Dexter. Yeah. Yeah, he's the brother of Fabio and Skylar. He's doing extremely well for 2.5 years old. Over here we have Bart. Bart just got transferred over to the barracks after going through quarantine. So he's not going to show you right now. And here is my mustard gas Blacock. His name is Stone. He's very energetic, he's very friendly. He's been here since the original video. Anyway, I just want to kind of share a little bit of history on the tank. Also a little bit of kind of my absence. I've been gone for a while. Anyway. Yeah, till next time.